early following New York Red Bulls 0-0 draw against New York City FC. We're joined by New York Red Bulls head coach Lesesene. If you're on Zoom, please use the raise hand function. If you're in the room, please raise your hand directly towards me and I will call on you to ask Troy a question. We will start with questions in the room. First thing I saw was Daniel Rebane. Daniel, when I start recording, the floor is yours.
Recording in progress.
How you doing, Coach? Obviously, different type of game for you. You're up in the stands. Just talk about what you saw from up there from a different perspective, and talk about Zach getting his first coaching game in MLS.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing that I want to start off with is thanking the staff. I think that they did a fantastic job today, starting with Zach. Zach was excellent. I thought his decision-making was right, and being able to get a clean sheet on the road against our rival is a good thing. And Dominic Wohlert, Tony Juo, Jeremy Proud, all of the staff that I work with, and I'm lucky to work with every day, did a fantastic job of leading this group and making things seem seamless when I wasn't there on the touchline. When I look at the game and I'm from afar, what I see a group that is fighting, still believes that we can get into the playoffs, and is putting forth the effort that matches that type of thought process. And while it's not 3 points today, it's a really good building block. I love the way that we played in terms of the first half. I thought we were excellent. We created chances. Clearly, we have to capitalize on the moments that we create. Second half, give credit to New York City. I thought that they came back and fought just as well in the game. But again, it's there for us to win it for the ball from Kyle to Omir. And, those are the moments that we have to capitalize on. We know that as these games start to come to an end, or the season starts to come to an end. But I love the fight and belief that I saw from the group tonight, and that has to be there again Wednesday night.
Next we go to Gary.
Road matches are generally tough to win, especially at this end of the season. You needed 3 points, got one.
Mm.
You said how things are going to get a little, the pressure is in for each as you get to the end of the season. How much of the pressure goes up now that you now have 6 games to play? You want to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I think clearly the more times that we come away from these matches and they continue to go from 7 to 6, and we don't come away with 3 points, it's going to be more and more difficult to reach that playoff line. So we know that that's in front of us. What we have to say though is, what was our performance like tonight? Again, what do we have to say we have to improve on? And I don't think it's a different narrative for us, but we absolutely have to take away the positives of a clean sheet on the road after giving up some goals in the 3 previous matches. So I think it's a building block for us going into Wednesday.
Next we go to Michael.
Coach, Tom Barlow played 89 minutes today. He's played in nearly every regular season game this year. He ranks 134th in shots taken across the entire league. What is your message to the fans who are losing confidence that we are going to win any of these last 6 games and make the playoffs with someone like him up top?
Yeah, what I would say is a couple of things about that. One, our availability of strikers this year has been limited at times. So in regards to Dante tonight, Dante's coming off of an injury, and I was happy to have him back for 20-25 minutes. So I think that that's part of the equation. Corey Burke, this is one of his first times really back in the mix, and it's good to get him back on the field. We have Jorge, who's joined us 2.5 weeks ago, and he's a talented individual, but still have to see how he develops and how he assimilates into the group. And that's part of the decision-making process, right? Tom Barlow, though, I appreciate the statistic that you gave me, but if you look at the statistics of what he does in relationship to our style of play, he's an absolute monster. This guy runs and presses better than any 9 in the league. So if there's a number 1 rating for that, I would say he's number 1 for that. I know 9s are judged on goals, but 9s are also judged on our style of play of how do you disrupt the opponent high up the field. Do you ever see New York City kick the ball and be direct like they were tonight? Part of that is because of them maybe changing tactics because they're trying to exploit something that they see that maybe we're weak in. But also part of that is because they're always under pressure, and that's because of Tom Barlow. And so I can understand the frustration. We're all frustrated with not scoring more goals, but it doesn't lie on one player. But I'll take those questions on all day long for a guy that I see puts everything that he has into every day for this club. So I back him all day long.
Thank you.
Next we go to Andres.
Hey coach, how you like? It was a very nice performance with the defense. It was Kyle Duncan fighting and George Ryan. They were going good. It was Sean is suspended right now because like nothing happened. They were
Yeah.
good. What are your thoughts?
I think you said that really well from the standpoint that Kyle comes in, gets a start, and he was looking for his first start since New England, which is a couple matches ago, and I know that he wants more starts. He has solid performance. Andres has been a monster this year himself. Really good performance from him, and you saw what he put into the match. He's cramping at the end. Hassan, I thought that was a very, very solid 80 minutes for him in this match, and I was really proud of what he put forward. And then Jamai's been extremely consistent all year long. So our back four was excellent tonight, as was Carlos whenever he was called on. And we have to have that in place. We know that's a weapon for us. We know that's something that will give us a chance to win every match. So whoever gets the opportunity, Dylan Nealis as well, coming back in the mix, I'm really proud to see that they've stepped up.
Next we have James.
Thanks, Troy. I think at a certain point you mentioned that we don't usually see New York City play that direct.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that goes to credit to the disruption that the Red Bulls put on them in the press. But the message now remains the same for the group. What changes going into Wednesday? But it's still all must wins from here on out.
Yeah, I try not to, change too much of what the reflection it has been over the last few weeks. We know that we have work to do to get into the playoffs, and we have to pick up points quickly. We know this, and we're doing everything possible to make that happen. What we have to see, though, is we have to see final product, final execution in the final third, and we're there 4 times tonight in big ways, not half chances, big chances, and we have to capitalize on those. And that is us looking in the mirror and saying, if we address that, we're going to have a chance to pick up 3 points against Austin on Wednesday.
Next we have Christian.
Hello, Coach Troy. In which ways do you feel like the team's attack is evolving as the games go on until the final stretch of the season?
Yeah, I would say that the chances that we do create sometimes are off of pressing moments, which is clearly part of our style of play in a big way. But then the way that we have that last attack with Kyle Duncan, that is a different way of us attacking this year. And that's happened often. You see Kyle get in that position, have a quick little combination and play a ball that's cut back inside with the right numbers that we want to have in the box. And Omir does quite well. Give credit to the goalkeeper as well. It's a great save. But that attack is something that I think that the guys have worked incredibly hard on. That's something that we're really intentional about. And so we're pretty versatile with how we attack from wide areas to get the ball in dangerous positions in the box, similar to that play.
We have time for 2 more questions with Coach. First we go to Michael.
Coach, just despite the results, you guys are the first official winners in the Hudson River Derby Trophy, something that the 3 main supporters groups for each team have worked very hard on. What does that mean to you and the team, and what are your thoughts on the trophy itself?
Look, I think for us this year with the rivalry that's there between us and New York City, to have 2 positive results against them and wins in the Leagues Cup and in the league, and then really a positive result and a clean sheet at their place, that's something that we would take a lot of pride in every single year. If we're able to follow that up, with making the playoffs, I think that becomes even bigger. So for our supporters, I think that they take pride in that, we take pride in that, but we also know that that's just one piece of the puzzle in the season. So that next piece is getting into the playoffs.
And we'll finish up with Gary.
You did really well, despite the fact that you guys kept the team, the first half kept sitting literally shotless. How is a satisfaction in knowing that your group was able to walk into that building and for at least 45 minutes held them not even goalless, but shotless? I mean, you say with the defense push into the league. Yeah, we're a tough out once we start scoring because your defense has always been there all season. How does that?
Yeah, again, Gary, I think you said that well. That's what I'm trying to communicate is that, of course, we know we need to score goals. We get that. But the confidence in the group right now, they recognize that we need to score more goals. We completely are all of the same mindset. But we have a lot of confidence in the way that we compete every single match. And we know that we're going to make it difficult on the opponent. And, Austin coming in Wednesday night into our place, if we have that same type of performance, I feel confident we're going to get the job done.
Coach, thank you for your time. We appreciate